Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining my channel, Guided Leap of Faith. I do want to do a reading today to talk about the energy, what's going on with your counterpart, whether it's your twin flame, your karmic, or a higher level soulmate that you cross paths with. Okay, I do feel like someone tested you. I felt like they wonder if you were actually as kind, loving, nurturing, generous as you are. Was this really unconditional love or was this less? I think somebody wondered, was there another side to you? Could you actually be just genuine? They wonder, like, if they allowed you into their heart, into their sacred space, and you felt like you were secure, were you going to switch up on them? Were you going to change? Maybe this was something that they experienced in the past with a loved one, a relative, one-on-one when I say that, or a relationship, a romantic relationship, a marriage, long-term situation that they could have found themselves in, and they got hurt, that they felt like they were food. 111 when I say that, okay? Again, going back to possibly this was a twin flame connection that you experienced, or just someone that you were definitely meant to be on your past or have shared experiences with. Before we get into this reading, let's go ahead and open up with a prayer. God, I come before you in gratitude tonight for your growth. You have fostered in my spiritual life. I recognize this journey is your gift, not by my strength, but by your grace. Help me to remain humble and open to your leading. Continue to nurture the fruits of your spirit within me. May I use my growth to bless others and glorify you in all that I do. Thank you for being constant guide and unfailing source of strength. In Jesus' name, amen. Also, if there's someone that needs to hear this message, I ask that you guide them to my channel so that they can hear the message. I ask that my archangel, my spirit guides, protect me as well as you from any negativity, any harm, or any toxic behavior guided my way. Okay, so immediately, what comes out in my shuffling is financial constraints. So your collective or your person could definitely be at a time where maybe you're having to tighten up the purse strings, the wallet strings. Maybe you're being asked, not maybe, but you're being asked to not overindulge, not overspend, to hold the things that are value to you, close to you, okay? To honor those things, to not take them lightly. With this being an old-fashioned safe, not a new bank or a new deposit box or anything, this is something that maybe you're holding on to things from the past in relationships, businesses, money, like savings. You're being asked to really save. Be cautious of what is valuable, what's not. Consider your wants and your needs. What is it that you really want versus, what is it you really need versus what you want? The fact that I said that backwards made me think, were you really overindulging in your wants instead of your needs? 333 when I say that, okay? So this is really saying, like, in time, you will receive blessings, things will get better, but for now, you just need to be cautious. Watch the possessions, hold tight, only pay attention to what you really need in life and not above that. Don't act out on all these desires for your wants. With this being a 13, it does talk about you going through some transformation, some endings. It's the time for you to start a new beginning, to move on from a situation, okay? Move on from always acting out on your desires and passions, and look more within, like to things that's more valuable to you, like love, respect, honor, trust, like those things that mean more than material possessions and money and objects, okay? So it's time to really take a look at that and release things that no longer benefit your life in a healthy manner. Someone was definitely hurt in the past. A man or a woman put it where it belongs in your life in a love situation that they entered into, and it left them scarred. It left them harboring a lot of things that they could have possibly put into their safe, okay? old imaging, like old things in their mind, the back of their head, they were holding on to. They didn't release, they didn't let go, they need to let go of, and it left them scarred. Okay, somebody that was acting out of lust and material things as well. Okay, not really thinking about the value of life, what love brings, unconditional love, honor, respect, loyalty. I feel like this is somebody that was, with him showing his chest, somebody that was giving into seduction, giving into lust. But somebody who now wants to come in and offer some type of love to you, that now sees you as being some type of value. With the thinking man coming out, they're using their intuition, they're learning from you, they're tapping more into their spirituality, they're starting to think more about things that mean more to them, other material things. Then maybe they had to experience losing, okay, your love, in order to realize that that's really what it's all about. Not what they have, what they can give you, what they can get from you, not being opportunist. Somebody who's really starting to look within, do some introspecting. Somebody that's studying, doing research, maybe researching you, researching life. Somebody who's going into spirituality. Someone who might be going to church, talking to a pastor, a mentor, a therapist perhaps. Someone who's definitely bringing some enlightenment to this person. This person is definitely being enlightenment. This person's ready to move on from a cycle. With this being a 46, this is a 10. So this is somebody that's really ready to put an end in this, confirmed by the fact that this is an ending in the depth of a situation, transformation. They're transforming. They're wanting to start something again. They're working on starting this year, okay? And somebody's really thinking about it and like where they want to move forward, where they want to head. They're really turning their back to this. They're turning their back actually to the past love, to the past hurt, the stuff that they had stored in their mental capacity, the things that weren't really valuable to them. They're ready to let that go, put an end to that stuff. And it could be through the work of this wise person, this mentor, or someone who's educating them and giving them wisdom, or either going within and getting this inner wisdom from a situation. Okay? What else? I like to do this in front of you guys so you know like it's not like pre-recorded, okay? Somebody sees you as being successful. They see you as a rare jewel. Like you have the crown, your wealth, okay? They see you have a spiritual wealth, religious, spiritual. You're not, you don't come a dime a dozen. And it's something that this person could have been used to. This person now sees you as something that they should have held on to, put in their safe, okay? Locked up. They should have recognize the value in you and held tight onto you. But I feel like this person let go because it's a 28, which is a 10. So this person, and it's a confirmation, it's an ending confirming another ending. So this person did not value, did not hold on to you. They put more they gave more to things that did not hold value, and they just closed their eyes to you. And you went within, you healed, you moving on, you're being victorious in a situation, okay, because you felt like you were deceived. You were deceived by this person. You were deceived because this person experienced hurt in the past and wasn't ready to give love to you. This person, you saw this person as passion, as somebody that you could build with. You thought that this person actually was somebody on your spiritual journey, someone, who was possibly trying to overcome some obstacles. You could have been trying to overcome some obstacles when you got involved with this person. This person did know that there was value to you. They did see your kindness, your gentleness. They did know that, this isn't somebody on the streets. It's not just your run-of-the-mill type of female or male that I'm dealing with. This is a lady or a gentleman. And this person did try to hold tight onto you, but this person was deceiving you. Like, I feel like this person was holding on to you, thinking that they had time. They'll put you up on the shelf, deal with you at a later time. They weren't really ready to give their heart to you at that moment, or even really tell you. But they didn't really want to let you go. This person saw you as some form of possession to them, okay? And I feel like this person was envious in some ways of you. Envious of your freedom, your possessions that you held, maybe the accomplishments that you made. your loving spirit, just the embodiment and everything that you embodied. And so I feel like this person wanted to kind of bring you down a notch. Maybe this person thought like you thought too highly of yourself. And it wasn't so much that you thought too highly, 10 on 1 when I say that, of yourself, is that this person put you on a pedestal. They put you on a pedestal in their life and they thought too highly of you, and they were envious of that. They were envious of what you embodied, what you had, where you were, the positivity, the love, the attention that you received. Maybe it came so effortlessly to you. Everyone loved you, adored you, drew attention physically, inside and out. Okay, and this person feel like they had to really work for everything that they had. They had to work hard, and yet they just feel like blessings just pour upon you. Okay, so this person set out to manipulate you, to deceive you, to lie to you. This person felt like this person could have even dealt in some type of like uh I want to say like black magic, or this person may have felt like they were intuitive and they can make things happen or manifest, and this person may have went about trying to manifest things in a not so spiritual way, okay, in a negative type of way, let's just say it that way. But you are the thinking woman out here, and so you were a counterpart with this person. See, the thinking man, the thinking woman, you guys were destined to cross paths. You guys were both spiritual, intuitive. This person does have some intuitive gifts about them. They do have a sense of knowing, and in the past, like, this person really did have a way of kind of feeling how things were going to go, and this person did know that they were meant to be in your life and your paths were meant to cross. Okay, they did feel like they were supposed to have some type of future with you. They were clear on that. They were supposed to move forward with you. I think that fear held this person back, and that's why they held on, because they didn't hold what was valuable to them. 12, when I say that, you are ongoing, you're elevating, you're succeeding in life. You also might be doing research. You are intuitive as well. You might be motivating others, teaching others, but you're definitely going into a different realm. Like, you're not looking to go backwards, okay? You're looking to move on. You are moving on from the deceit. You are moving on. You recognize that you're a gem. You're talking to your intuition. You're listening to your intuition, your spirit guides. You're tapping more into your spirituality. Some of you might be teaching, working out of school, might be thinking about going back to school, might be dealing with a therapist, a spiritualist at some point. You have transformed, you have healed a lot. You're trying to find balance and compassion in your relationships. Okay, some of you might also be doing some writing, some editing, but you're just interested in finding more about yourself, learning more about yourself, getting more in alignment with yourself. I feel like some of you are going on a new business adventure, and it's like each one teach one. Like, you've learned lessons, you've documented, you learned lessons, you're studying, you're taking the life lessons that you have, and you're just trying to move forward with that, and actually like share with others. Take them on your journey with you moving forward. Like, you don't want someone to learn from your past mistakes. What else, Spirit? Yeah, you're being very strategic in how you move forward. Someone is strategically thinking about how maybe they can move towards you. Someone knows that this journey has come to an end. There's a lot of endings out here. So a lot of things are coming to an end at this time. An end of a way of thinking, an end of what you're willing to tolerate. There's a lot of boundaries being placed for both you and for them. Someone's wanting to travel, thinking about traveling, maybe even thinking about traveling towards you or communicating with you. They want to share things that they've learned along the way. They've been really paying attention, really focusing on things in their life. They've kept a lot within, because it's a journal with a key. And like this person, now that the key is actually in the log, this person is ready to like open up, unlock some of the secrets that they've held from you. Maybe some secrets are coming out to the open, not by this person, but by your spiritual gifts, with the feather out here, speaking of spirituality. Like maybe things are coming to you through your spiritual gifts that you're receiving, and you're finding out more about the secrets that this person's been holding out. Not so much that they want to share, or not even that they want to know. It might be things that this person is really trying to hold close to them. I feel like this person can't stop this. I feel like this person would like to be able to put a halt to this. I think that you are grabbing the attention with the globe being out here, of a public recognition of others. You are trying to follow your path. You're going in a new direction in life. Like I said, you're actually going towards higher learning. You're elevating. There's a lot of spiritual growth within you. You're moving on. You're moving on to someone that you felt like you were tied to, someone who tempted you, someone who may have been dealing with some addictions, someone that you felt in a sense was maybe holding you back. You're moving forward because this person may have intentionally deceived you, manipulated you in a way to hold you back from moving on from them, from possibly moving on to a new lover. Someone could have been dealing with some sexual addictions. They felt like they were tied to someone else in their past. They weren't ready to face their fears. This person could actually be dealing with some addictions that have to do with alcohol, lust, pills. Could be an earth sign. The devil usually does talk about Capricorn, so it could be a Capricorn or someone that has Capricorn in their chart. Nevertheless, it's somebody that's an earth sign, somebody who's typically grounded, but like a goat. Capricorn does represent a goat, which the goat does represent one of the 7 deadly sins. So this does represent that maybe somebody did care more about materialistic things as well as lust over the things that are considered valuable in life. Okay, someone who felt bonded to a situation that they couldn't get out of. Why did these fall out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6, love, partnerships, choices. Someone made some wrong choices. They're in their head about it. They're meditating about it. They're dealing with. They're trying to meditate. They're dealing with some mental aspects, like how did I get into this mess? Like what did I do? Why did I act this way? Why did I I just need to take a moment, retreat, recharge, rethink things, try to look at things from a new perspective. This person realized that they didn't really follow their vision. They didn't act as a leader, but they were acting out in passion and pursuing things, pursuing lovers, or pursuing someone that they went to. They're thinking back that they pursued a relationship that they, out of addictions, somebody they're possibly partying with, had lust for, passion with. Could have been a fire sign. But they're realizing that now, looking back at the situation, that they were acting out in a devil energy. Like maybe they misled you. They want to bring you down a notch. Maybe they did have toxic behaviors. They're realizing that as they're meditating and really taking a look back at what went wrong. They know that they didn't invest in you. They didn't invest in a future with you. They feel bad about that. They are waiting. This is somebody that would like to hear from you. I feel like there's no communication going on between you guys. They lost faith. They feel like you lost faith in them. It's a lot of earth out here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They feel like you lost faith in them. You lost faith in visualizing a future with them or moving forward with them. It's something that they want to say. They know that they invested into a lot of situations that just did not manifest. And I feel like this person is still waiting to see if there's going to be some manifestation from these situations that they put this long-term investment into. With these pentacles being out here, this is somebody who invested like a lot of years Okay, so they invested a lot of years into a relationship, maybe a relationship based on passion or career or addiction, somebody they were addicted to. They put a lot of years into that, and they're waiting to see like what's gonna manifest, what's gonna happen moving forward with that relationship. Possibly with the Queen of Wands being out here to match the King of Wands, this person could have been married, could have had a family with this person. This person, again, we have more fire out here. There's definitely a lot of passion. This was definitely a very sexual relationship where they fed off each other. They had passion for each other, but at the same time, outside of the passion, there was not much nurturing or nothing else going on. They actually have their backs turned towards each other. So yes, there was passion, there was lust, there was hookups, there was nights, moments spent together. But as far as love, nurturing, positivity, and all of that, like that was missing. Okay, it was really just a sexual relationship that was acted out of lust. Like I feel like it's one of those things. Wham, bam, we have the moment when it's over. It's over. Because again, the backs are turned towards each other. Like I feel like this Queen of Wands had some negative addictions or ways about herself. Like she was not motivating this person. She was in it for herself. Like what's in it? Like how can I move on? Like what's going to benefit me? I feel like this person really had was into material things as well. They wanted to be successful in life, and this, yeah, I feel like your person really put time, invested a lot of time into this person, time and money into this person, but this person wasn't like being warm and loving towards them, because it's not a cup. This is like all about passion. Like this person quickly went towards this queen, this passionate queen. They were very ambitious and determined that they were going to go towards this queen, invest in this queen, put time, put money into this person that represented themselves as a queen, male or female, put it where it belongs. Okay, they were steadfast. Like, yeah, they made up their mind. This is what I want to do. This person was in their head about it. They were turned on. They were in their lustful ways. It's a lot of wines out here. There was definitely a lot of sex and addictions going on, possibly drinking, drugs, partying going on. But you know, it was a fishy offer. Like it, that's all it was. It was lustful. So outside of that, it was not going to fulfill them in any type of way. But yes, they did make an offer to this person out of this lust that they were dealing with, to start a new beginning. They were inspired. They thought like, you know, it was going to manifest. It was gonna be a great thing. Good things were gonna come out of it. But you see the waters in the back is wavy, choppy. Like it was not emotional fulfillment for this person. It turned out to just be, like I said, a smelly, fishy offer. No love given, but a lot of ups and downs, a lot of toxicity, a lot of arguing, a lot of conflicts in that relationship. Possibly a water sign, or just maybe just water so in somebody's chart, or the fact that they're just dealing with their emotions, the heartache. Okay, yeah, the relationship actually got stagnant. You know, it didn't move anywhere. It just kind of stayed where it is. There's a lot of emotional baggage in within this relationship. There isn't being any love offered. No one's really offering any love, but neither one of them are actually moving on from the other. Like outside the passion, that's it. No one's really looking to really encourage, motivate, or spiritually or emotionally pour into it. It's just, I feel like it's just a feeling of, they're comfortable with one another. Okay? Like, so who is this person? Like, who is this person, like to you, and what do they represent? Like this could have been a Beauty and the Beast situation where somebody was very opposite. They didn't feel like they were good enough for you. Someone who thought that you had a lot of beauty, definitely clarifying the value, the gold, the rarity. They didn't see the value in you, and maybe they didn't feel like, maybe they felt like maybe you were like the most attractive one in the relationship, or even just your spirit, if not physically, but maybe they felt like you drew too much attention. Maybe they feel like eventually, like it wasn't going to work. Somebody who was pretending to be the person, because what the deceit out here, they were pretending to be something that they weren't, male or female. Like they were acting, they were telling you what you want to hear. They were trying to deceive you so they could hold on to you, manipulate you, They lied to you. They may have said they had more than what they did. They may have told you they were single when they weren't, because we do have the king and queen. They could have told you, made you feel like it was just you and them when they knew that they were out here being lustful and carry on with other relationships, possibly with someone who works in a medical field, a nurse, or CNA. Um, Someone wants you to know that they've changed. Like they're ready to balance out their emotions, work on their heart. They want to give their heart to you. They do want to come in and show you some compassion, something possibly they didn't show you in the past. They lied on you. Okay, they may have lied and say that you've done something to them to hurt them, you mistreated them in some way. Maybe they feel like you played them, you were deceiving them when they were the one that were being deceitful. They possibly even lied about the way that they actually felt about you. Didn't want people to know like what you really meant to them, so that they can carry on other relationships freely without people raising questions. They could have possibly dealt with somebody that had the initials C, Z, Y, H, L, or F. Okay, someone could have a Honda, a car, a truck, put it where it needs to be, and someone could be bisexual. With this sex and the temptation and the devil, with this being two women, it's very possible that somebody could have been dealing with somebody who was bisexual. Somebody had questions about their sexuality. Maybe they were hooking up with threesomes or orgies or whatever their sexual lifestyle was. Maybe they had a large sexual preference that you just didn't know about you. But they dealt with somebody who did know about you. Maybe you did not know about them, but they knew about you. Whoever the third party was or whoever they were talking to definitely knew about you. Somebody likes to listen to music. They are into music. They may be actually sending musical or listening to music and thinking about you, reminiscing, having thoughts about past times that you had. And somebody also could be dealing with some family issues at this moment. Someone who could have been born in the 70s, or just 7 means something to them. They like determined, overcoming obstacles, especially coming after family issues. They're just trying to overcome some obstacles that they're dealing with. Somebody who felt like they're broke but tend to have it all. It doesn't necessarily mean that they were broke in money or with finances and material things, although they could have, but they could have been broken inside spiritually, okay, but act like they had their life together. Especially with the fact that we did have acting out here, actor and actress. All right, so somebody was broke and thinking that they were well put, they were healed, they were collected mentally, physically, spiritually, and they weren't. Okay. We also have I'm the black sheep of the family, and this comes out with family issues in 70s, someone trying to overcome some obstacles. So this person could be dealing with some drama that's going on in the family, whether it's the family that they were born into or it is the family that they've created through marital family. Children's mothers, if they have kids with multiple partners or just one. At this point, collective, with the thinking woman being clarified, you are using wisdom. You are moving forward. Like, you are not really communicating with this person, but because this person, I feel like, one, is thinking strategically on how they can communicate with you, with your hand extended, you may be willing to hear them out, hear what they have to say, but you are using your discernment. You're being very independent. You're being objective. You are willing to be objective and sharp with your tone. If they come at you in a way that you feel is disrespectful, or they cross the boundaries with you in any type of way because they've hurt you in the past, and it is out of that hurt and that betrayal that they put upon you that caused this ending, that's allowing you now to see things objectively and to move forward using that discernment. And it's through that pain that you've healed that you moved on. You move on to a new beginning. You're passionately starting a new beginning. You're moving away from the situation, away from this heartache, this pain, and you're taking more risk now. Okay, you're starting new adventures, you're taking more risk. This person sees that about you. They feel out in the cold at this point. And like I said, we did have I am broke or pretend to have it all. And I told you that I felt like it doesn't necessarily have to be financial. It could be spiritually. So I don't think this person feels out in the cold, but this person feels out in the cold and they're standing outside of a church. This person also has dealing with the five, with the pentacles being here. This person may have been out in the cold and been out in the cold for a couple of years. Okay, maybe they experienced their heartache, some endings. Maybe they had a rock bottom moment in their life, and this person realizes that they need to make some changes, but they feel like a disconnect. But a disconnect is not only with you. The disconnect is with their own spiritual beliefs, with themselves. They may feel like the universe, God, the world has turned their back on them. Maybe like someone has passed on in spirit and they feel like that person neglected them, left them behind in some type of way. And this is why they're broken. They're broken spiritually, they're broken inside. And this is what's making them be deceitful. That's making them act out in ways that they normally would not have, because I do feel like this person was raised or brought up with some type of family tradition, some type of religion, and they did have a belief. I just feel like maybe something came and transformed this person. Something happened. Possibly a mother moved on, or a maternal figure walked away from them. An older woman, in some sense, walked away from them or left them, and they feel like they're harboring something. Like this person is looking back at their childhood. They are looking back at you starting a new beginning. Like this person does know that they were sneaking from you, like they moved away from something, but they had intentions on coming back. And this person is actually trying to get back to who they were, even though they got away. They got away, they got off path, they strayed, they took things with them, baggage, mental things with them, deceit, lies. They were deceptive, they were cunning. But this person keeps looking back at the two that's remaining. Like, I know I left something behind. I left a part of me behind. And looking back at their life, like, they didn't give all of their soul away. Like, maybe they feel like they sold their soul. They came with their soul. They went outside themselves. They did go straight. But part of them is still grounded, still there. Like, they still want to look back and, like, they just know they were dishonest. I feel like this person was dishonest with themselves more than anyone, really. They just got caught up. They got caught up in everything, and they got caught. You know, you caught them. Whether you caught them because you physically caught them, you've seen evidence of them being... I'm choked up, guys. Hold on. Alright, so this person definitely did not communicate. I just lost my voice for a second. So there was definitely something with this person's throat chakra. They didn't communicate with you. So when they got caught, you didn't catch them because of something they said, or caught them as something they said. I feel like you caught them because of something you were spiritually shown. Like something unearthed itself to you. This person knows that they were caught, but they didn't communicate. They didn't try to defend themselves. They didn't try to defend the situation. They didn't even try to fight for their relationship. They just kind of let it be what it be. I think they thought that maybe you would just get over it. This person got caught because they were making bad choices in life. Like, they were making choices of doing things in the street. Like, maybe I told you this person could have given into sexual temptation, smoking, drinking, clubbing, just really being in the streets. Dealing with people who are meant to be in the streets. Like, this person maybe have outdated ways, thoughts, patterns that they needed to throw out, like clean the closet sort of sense, going back to the old safe things that they were holding on to, things that weren't really valuable, and getting more into their wants and not their needs. Things that they really need to toss out to the trash, like how they look at things. Okay, I feel like this person is really trying to bury something, or maybe somebody that they got caught up with bad choices is really trying to bury something. I feel like something's being exposed that this person does not want to be exposed, regarding like choices that they made, things that they did. And I feel like although they want to bury it, they want to hash it and not let that leak out, like it's not completely burning. Like, it's coming out. Like, it is what it is. I feel like people may actually be walking away. Like, maybe this person was not only not truthful with you, but not truthful with other people. And maybe they misled other people to the point that they had them thinking one way based on what they were saying, and that's not really what it was. Okay, 3444 when I say that. And now people are starting to see, like, hey, no, man or woman, like, you made some bad choices. Like, you tossed something to the trash that was worth holding on to, something that was value, something you didn't see the value in, something that was rare, something you're not gonna come across every day. You may not get this opportunity again. Like, I feel like the situation is really starting to get to a person's head. Like, they may have some legal issues going on or drama going on in their life that's having them to really look at some authority. Police does not necessarily have to really be police. It could just be somewhat of authority, guidelines, rules. Like, maybe this person is not realizing that, I need to follow some rules. I need to have some guidance. I need to have some boundaries. I feel like you put some boundaries in this person. You set some standards. Like, you're putting down some authority. This person may actually be dealing with some, you know, all of a sudden chaotic moments and conflicts in their life with the tower being out here. They might have a revelation about something. This person is making this person feel very burdened and feel like they put a lot of effort into something that didn't manifest. They just a lot of hard work that just nothing came out of it. Okay, nothing at all. It was a waste of time. And this person, I feel like, wants to put a close to this. They want to put a close to putting a lot of hard work into a relationship, a business, an idea, a way of life that's not bringing them any type of amusement, joy, or happiness. And this person's really puzzled about these decisions that they made. They were confused. They didn't know which direction to go in. They were conflicted. Like, do I want to be involved, not be involved? Do I want to commit, not commit? Do I want to be at my friends? Do I want to party? Do I want to live single life? Do I want to get my heart again? This person, it was really driving them crazy. They're really in their head about it. They could have actually got involved with somebody who unpredictable, an abusive relationship. This person, I feel like, has done a lot of crying. I feel like they don't know if they want to be happy, they want to be sad. It could be 1 minute happy, 1 minute sad, 1 minute loving. This person's really blowing hot and cold, and they're blowing hot and cold with somebody else, and they have people around them really puzzled about what the hell is going on with this person. And it's because this person's sitting back daydreaming. They're in their head, like they're having delusions. They're delusional. Like, they're thinking about, you fantasizing, can they have the hopes and dreams, can they bring you back, but this person was a narcissist. They cared more about themselves. They were egotistical. They were an opportunist. They were looking at the next best thing. What can I get from a situation? How can I benefit? Like, again, they didn't care about the things that were really of value to them. But they're thinking back about that now, and they did see you as some type of possession. But I think that this person really held on from giving their heart to you because they were fragile. Okay, they came across like they were arrogant. They had themselves together. Or, again, remember, I'm broke but I pretend to have it all. This person came across like, no, they had it together. They had that crown on their head, like, my life is together, I'm together, I've got everything, I'm in control. But really, this person was really broken inside, fragile inside, emotionally not there together. Okay, and they're just suffering in silence. Confirmation, this person was really suffering in silence, and they didn't want anyone to know. They just didn't want anyone to know. And I feel like, what spirits, like, what is it that they didn't want them to know about themselves or the collective? They didn't want them to know that their basic needs weren't being met. Their basic needs, as far as being nurtured, as being felt loved, being felt appreciated, as having trust. They didn't want them to know that spiritually they felt empty inside, that they still needed to heal, that they were broken. Okay, they didn't want people to know that. They wanted to act like they had it together. They didn't want people to know, like, what was really going on with them in oh my gosh, what's the word? Inside. underneath it all, underneath. Okay, thank you. Like, this person was green with envy. This person was envious you, maybe because you did have it together. This person saw you as being friendly and harmless, but they couldn't grasp how you could be so friendly and harmless, because this person may have actually known about things that you went through. Okay, they may have known about some suffering that you did in silence. Maybe like you shared some parts of yourself with this person, and this person can understand like how you could have gone through all of this and you come through still being so friendly, so harmless and so loving. um and it made this person feel bitter, because maybe this person was going through a separation, or maybe this person's just not really dealing well with the separation between you guys. And people are starting to see like this person's daydreaming, and they're wondering like, is this person like losing their mind? Like, what's going on? This person just can't get over the fact that the relationship with you has come to an end. There's not going to be any more second chances. It's over. It's over. Because of their deeds, what they did. They're definitely heartbroken about the situation. They're grieving the breakup. They would like to meet and talk to you, communicate with you in some type of way, find out if they can rebuild this friendship with you. They want to tell you that they want to make healthy choices moving forward. You did bring a lot of love into this person's life. You made them feel good. They do see that you're making healthy choices. You're really pouring yourself. You're really embodying a lot of, self-care. And this person feel like right now they're just involved in a karmic relationship. They couldn't let go of the past in some type of way. They felt like this is something that you triggered some emotions in this person that this person really wasn't ready to deal with at the moment. Okay, the intensity was too much. They're worried about what other people thought, how other people would receive them. Maybe this person felt like, what would people think if they really found out like this person was in love? Like, maybe people weren't used to seeing this person being in love, because maybe they always saw this person as being a player. Okay, just repeating cycles in their life, the same old thing over and over and over again, not doing something new. They were just stuck in the pattern of how they dealt with life, how they dealt with things, how they dealt with people, and they couldn't just get out of that mind frame. Okay, but now that we're at Mercury retrograde, and that's what's going on now. This person may be dealing with some issues, some communication issues. This person may is now reviewing everything about the cycles that they've had with these karmic relationships with the people that's in their life, the communication they have with them, maybe how they keep repeating the same patterns, and maybe somebody is communicating to them that you need to get your life together, you need to clean up, you need to see what's valuable to you. And it possibly could be somebody who, again, that's wise. It could be a mentor, it could be a therapist, it could just be somebody, a church, or someone who's experienced a lot of things and is just telling this person what they need to do to straighten their life up. Okay, so let's just get like an angel message. Spirit guys, what is it that you want to say to the collective? What is it you want the collective to know? So some of you actually might be seeing 121 lately. Whether you're seeing that in time, synchronicities on the clock, maybe just in videos or whatever. If you're going back to a moment, if it's being brought to you, it is just speaking about harmony. It's saying that you need to embrace harmony in your life, seek balance between your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual well-being. Remember, when I started this reading, I did talk about financial constraints, telling you that it does not necessarily have to mean money, although it could mean both. You just need to really hold close and think about your needs versus your wants. Keep the things that are of value to you safe to you, close to your chest, and not to overindulge in things that do not bring value to your life. You need to gain some type of harmony. Okay, balance yourself out physically, emotionally, and spiritually, so you can be in balance, so you can be in alignment with everything. Okay, if you're seeing 747, it does speak about reassurance. Trust your intuition and make practical decisions that align with your higher purpose. Your guardian angels are acknowledging your efforts. So again, like, listen to yourself. Don't let people get in your head. Don't let people tell you what you can't do. Like, this person's daydreaming. So this person's actually thinking, and we did have the meditative part out here where this person's really doing some introspection, some thinking about. So somebody, and also with the thinking man, it's clear that the person that you're that you are not in contact with at this moment is really trying to align themselves. They are trying to listen to their intuition. I think that they are trying to take some wise advice and acknowledgement from possibly someone else that may have been there, done that, done some of the same things that this person done, lived through some of these experiences. Okay, so what else, Spirit? Like, is there an angel message to wrap this up? Look for a sign. Okay, so after this harmony and reassurance and trust your intuition. Okay, so if you're going to trust it, look for signs, because they're communicating with you. Again, you might be getting numbers, you might be hearing music. We did have music out here. You might keep just seeing a person's name or seeing numbers on a receipt. Something's triggering you. Look for animals being drawn to you, different pets. They do represent things, feathers, pennies, birds, like just different things that are happening. Pay attention to your body signs, body elements, okay? And communicate clearly. If you do speak with this person doing Mercury retrograde, or if somebody reaches out to you, or not only that, but even just communicate to your angels and to the universe and to God, like what it is that you want. Like, know what you want. Be clear about your intentions. Set good intentions for yourself. What you think is what you manifest. Like, again, like this person could have manifested something in by their thoughts, their thought patterns, and that could be why they're dealing with what they're dealing with. Okay, so angels, give me just to finish this off, like I want two things. Like, give me a timing of like when the collective can start to maybe see things or have things coming in the near future. So this is a 12. So 12 does talk about letting go, gaining a new perspective on things. So just being a 39 going to a 12, that's divine authority as well. Things going on with the government as well. So in the near future, like, things are going to really start to reveal themselves to you, and it's going to be in divine timing and divine authority. Okay, possibly something could come across in April. April 18th could mean something to you. That is the 8 goes to a 9. So something could have manifested in spring or April of this year. Something could happen of April next year. Your person could have a birthday in April. You got a birthday in April. There was definitely love out there between you two. Something is blossoming. The spring is new beginnings. All right. And just right now, it's just the wrong time. It's just the wrong time to really focus on this partnership or love with this person. This being a 42, this is connection to or conflict between man and God. So at this time, this person is definitely I said that earlier when I showed you guys, where's that card? The person feeling out in the cold here with the Pentacles. And I told you they feel like they've been out in the cold for a while. Like 4-2 does mean connection to or conflict between man and God. So this person is not feeling spiritually connected right now. They do feel like they're out in the cold. They may just be, like I said, someone could have moved on and put closure to this person. Could have lost family, could have lost friends. They're just dealing with a whole lot of loss in their life. And they just not leaning towards their faith or relying on their faith to know that everything is going to work out the way that it should. And they just need to use this opportunity to get their life back together, clean up their act, and get back in balance mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, reassure themselves and communicate clearly what they want, and look for the signs to know that God is listening. He's there. Okay, so this is my reading for you for today. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, like, share, leave a comment for me. I do welcome comments, positive comments, please, or changes or something that you would like to see on my channel. And until we talk again, you guys have a great night. Happy birthday, Leos. Thank you.